Rahubat Musa, greetings family. So today we're going to be reading the Patarak, the argument. This is a very important Patarak because you find that a lot of people argue about all sorts, and one of the problems with us as a people on this planet is divisions, and we argue about different things and all sorts of things when we really don't need to argue but can unite. So this part, right, the argument, is essential for your collection, and let's get into it. The argument. 1. Likum, my beloved jewels of my eyes, Nawapians. I ask you, is it right to argue with those who don't know? 2. Is it right to debate with those who don't know? 3. Is it right to converse with those who don't know what they claim to know? 4. What is wrong with most in this day and time? 5. What is the reason so many argue about what they don't know? 6. And why don't they know? 7. How can they argue over what they don't know? 8. So what is the great argument all about? 9. It's an argument about misinformation. 10. It's an argument about mistranslation. 11. It's an argument about misguidance. 12. It's an argument about who is right and who is wrong. 13. So, is this argument right or wrong? 14. Nawapians. We will start with this point. Why do they argue? 15. Who is arguing? 16. Religious people are arguing between each other over who is right. 17. What is right? 18. Right is exact. 19. Right is fact. 20. Right is truth. 21. Right is confirmation. 22. Can one be right about what they don't know for a fact? 23. Can one be right about what is wrong? 24. What is wrong? 25. Well, wrong is not right. 26. Wrong is not exact. 27. Wrong is not fact. 28. Wrong is not truth. 29. Wrong is not confirmation. 30. Can one be wrong about what they don't know to be fact? 31. Can one be wrong about what is right? 32. My beloved, Kharadu, children of Wunuwap, how is this that so many are wrong about what is right? 33. And how is it among religious people they are arguing about the same things and all be wrong and all be right? 34. Pa Lasan, the tongue. 35. The vocal box. 36. Pa Sawat, the voice. 37. Pa Zahan, the mind. 38. The larynx. 39. Pa Dabar, the speech. 40. Pa Lahag, the language. 41. Which is shaped into sound. 42. Which is shaped into words. 43. Which is shaped into conversation. 44. Verses. 45. And sentences. 46. Combinations of sounds to form words, to form verses, to form conversations, to form a tongue, to form a language. 47. And to transform these sounds onto a material object, as in inscription or writing. 48. To preserve the thoughts or ideas. 49. To preserve the words. 50. These can be true or false words. 51. They can be right or wrong words. 52. They are what those who write them claim, and those who read them agree or disagree with the original records. 53. If they disagree, that is an argument. 54. If a book or scripture or scroll or tome or tablet is recorded in a language. 55. In that language you will find the true meaning of the thoughts of the recorder. 56. Not the copy or the re-recorder, but only the original will convey the thoughts of the original recorder. 57. If you translate, you first transliterate the sound into another script to capture the sounds of another language. 58. Once that is done, the original meaning or thoughts are changed. 59. This creates the argument. 60. As to whether the translation gives the exact right same thoughts, meanings, feelings, and expressions, or the exact thoughts. 61. The answer to this is no, not at all. 62. So a man holding a translation of the Hebrew Bible may not even know that it was not originally in Hebrew, or what exactly is Hebrew. 63. Where did it come from? From whom did it come? Who spoke it first? And who recorded it first? 64. If you ask today those who call themselves Habaru, Hebrews, Shashu, Israelites, Jawehu, Jews. 65. Do they have the exact original revelation in the original ancient language? 66. If they don't wish to argue with you and tell the truth, they will say, no, we don't. 67. If you ask, where are the exact originals? If they don't wish to argue, they will say, lost and or destroyed. 68. So they don't have the originals, and as such, have only what they claim are copies. 69. There is great argument born as to right or wrong, true or false. 70. They will argue that men remembered it and made copies. That is their argument. 71. It starts off wrong, so one can be wrong about what is right. 72. Now, as we move on, we come to those who claim to be Christians in many sects or denominations, and they claim they receive scriptures also. 74. And their scriptures, they claim, were from the same deity as the Hebrews, and they call them gospel, good news in translation. 75. They claim they came to men in Greek as well as other dialects of Hebrew and were later translated into Latin. 76. Right there, the great argument is born. They translated out of the original and lost the original thought. 77. From Greek and or Latin, they translated to German, French, and onto many other languages, onto English, and many different translations into English. 78. So the argument is now, which of the new English translations is exact, right, truth, fact, confirmed? Not one, because they're all translations. 79. What is translation? 80. Translate. To turn from one language to another by a translator. That is to change. 81. It's not the original, so they cannot argue about what they don't really have in their possession, the original. 82. The same with the Quran of the Muslim world. 83. They claim their scripture was revealed to an Arabian-born Arabic dialect-speaking man by a bright-lighted figure he called an angel. 84. In their Quran it states straight away that it was sent down to this Arabian named Ahmed in his own tongue or Quraysh tribe dialect of Arabic. 85. And later it was transcribed into a book form called Al-Quran, the reading. 86. Yet, if you ask them, that is the Muslim, do they have the exact original? 87. If they don't wish to argue and tell you the truth, they will say, no, we do not have the original. 88. If you ask, where is the original? They will tell you it was destroyed. 89. If you ask, then what is it you hold in your hands as Al-Quran today? 90. They will say that which was remembered by man and later transcribed into book form. 91. There is the birth of the great argument. 92. They do not have the exact original thought. 93. If asked, is that in the exact same script that it was revealed? 94. They will say no. It was spoken then, remembered, then respoken, then recorded. 95. And as to this new language that it is found in today, is that the exact original? 96. If they wish to tell the truth, they will say, no, not at all. 97. They added vowels, they added dots, they added marks, they added symbols, they changed it into chanting. That is music called tajweed and or tartil, the way they now read it. 98. And also the Jawa'u Jews and Kasasu Christians did the exact same thing to their copies. 99. Make note, my beloved, Nuwapu'u, Nuwapian. None of them have the originals, and that which they hold and present to the world as facts beyond any doubt is not even the original script. 100. That is the great argument. They want to argue over what they don't even have. 101. They fight. 102. They kill over what they don't have or have never seen. 103. Hebrews, Israelites, Christians, and Muslims all claim the same creator. 104. They just translated their deity into different names, but they claim he is the same creator. 105. Be it Hashem, El Shaddai, Adonai, Yahweh, El, Elohim, or Theos, Theo, Curious, Dios, Allah or Rab, Alihat, Illah, Rabbiun, Arabiyun, or 99 other attributes, or God, gods, deity, deities, Lord or lords, 106, or as Yahshua, Isios, Jesus, Huos, Mashiach, Messiah, Masih, or Isa. 107. You can use any name or shape or form. They each claim the same creator who first created the first human being, Adam. 108. And they have changed even the copies they have. 109. Changed the arrangement of revelation. 110. They changed the script. They changed the language. 111. They even dropped some books, and men claimed they were wrong, should not be accepted, so they dropped them. 112. So not one of these people speak the original tongue. 113. Not one of these people read the original revelation. 114. Not one of these people even seen the original revelation they claim is true. 115. Yet they will argue with you about accepting their brand of this same religion. 116. Now, when you speak backwards in time, you see that the Muslims have taken Hebrew words right out of the Bible, Torah, and gave them their own meanings. 117. They can look up the Hebrew dictionary and see they are using the wrong translations. 118. Yet they still use them and teach that to their followers, who most don't even understand Arabic, let alone Hebrew. 119. The Muslim will use the name Allah and not tell its converts that it's a Hebrew word. The exact same letters, the exact same sound. 120. Yet, Muslims give it their own meaning until asked, just what does the name Allah mean? 121. They will say Allah is Allah, the God. 122. Yet not tell the truth by saying it's from Hebrew, from Aramic, from Chaldean, from Akkadian, from Ugaric, El-Oah. Online Bible Hebrew Strong's number 426 to 433 or 352 410. Hebrew Strong's to mean strength, powerful, mighty, deity. They don't know or will not say. 123. That creates the argument. 124. And other words can be found, and you will see Muslims gave their own meanings to words they got from older Semitic dialects. 125. And they claim in their Quran 2:136 and other places that they accept the Torah of Jews and Gospel of Christians. 126. So Genesis 11:1, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. 127. Yet after Genesis 11:8, the people were scattered. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. The people were no longer of one speech, one tongue, or one vernacular. 128. This Yahweh, God, confused the tongue, so the people will no longer be united in one language, one speech, and thus one mind. 129. Why would a Khatat, God, help cause confusion? 130. The Shakha people were no longer able to communicate and understand one another's speech. 131. This Yahweh was Enlil, who, although over this region, the Mesopotamia, was not in control over these people. 132. This tower was being built for the people to make a name. Shem, Hebrew Strong 08034. For themselves according to the Bible, by making a connection with the heavens and not with Enlil, yet with Enki. 133. This tower was more like a radio antenna, as its outer covering limestone, just as the pyramids were in ancient Egypt, which are not tombs, yet rather large antennas as well. 134. Biblical scholars say Nimrod built this tower in rebellion. Nimrod was a son of Cush and wanted to make a connection with his ancestors. 135. Nimrod, coming from the east, which would have been the direction of Africa, bringing the tongue or speech of his people. 136. So he was in the land of Shinar, Mesopotamia, where they spoke a certain way under the mental control of Enlil and his tones, frequency and vibration. Nimrod was speaking Napatan, Nuapic of ancient Meroe, and thus not under the control of Enlil, who in turn said in Genesis 11:7, Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. 137. Why else would a god, by whichever name, have to descend to find out what the people are doing unless he was no longer in communication or control of them? 138. By changing your tone or tuning in to your own tone allows you to vibrate according to what is natural to your body and breaks the spell of sleep, Nawam. 139. You must give them back and reject their tones, voices, frequencies, and vibrations and take on your own. Learn your own language, vibrations, and tones, and you will be free mentally. 140. And this was before the birth of the Arab, as they claim was by Abraham, Ibru and his Egyptian wife, Hagar's son Ishmael, and his second son, Kedar, Genesis 16 and Genesis 25, 12 to 16. 141. And the Muslim records record that their founder and prophet, Ahmad or Muhammad, descended from Kedar. 142. These they claim are the Arabu Salal, Arab race. 143. That will be the Arabic tongue. 144. Long after other Semitic dialects. 145. So they had to have found their God, Allah or Rab, as found in Semitic before Arabs from older tongues. 146. The same for many other words that are mistranslated, such as the Hebrew Rab, in Arabic Rab. 147. They translate as Lord as in God. 148. Yet in Hebrew it's Lord or Master as in a teacher, and even used by Jesus, Yeshua, Isa, for him, a male man, Matthew 23:7, John 20:16. 149. So Muslims use it as their creator, Quran 96, 1, 2. 150. So all through the Quran in Arabic there are many mistranslations of Hebrew words. 151. This is misleading and would lead to a great argument. 152. Now, they will argue with you, my beloved Muapians, when you try to help them see the truth. 153. They each claim to have God's words in the books they present to the world, and not one of them even have the original of that which they claim. 154. They hold books most don't even have a good translation and will tell their followers there is no such things as an exact translation. 155. Yet they live and die by what they hold. 156. They teach from them the many mistranslations of the Torah and of the Gospel and of the Quran. 157. They have extensive commentaries on what they don't even have. 158. They chant, recite, and sing from what they don't even have. 159. None of them have the originals. 160. They don't even have a complete original copy of the original. 161. They have killed. 162. They have maimed. 163. They have fought. 164. They are married by the Torah, Gospels, and Quran. 165. They are birthed by the Torah, Gospels, and Quran. 166. Buried by the Torah, Gospels, and Quran. 167. They live and die by the Torah, Gospels, and Quran. 168. A doctrine based on revelations that they never seen, never heard, and don't exist today. 169. Yet they spread this doctrine around the world as if it is the truth. 170. They argue as if it's true. 171. I only wish my own Salal race of Nagaru, Negroids, will see they are not Arabians. 172. Arabic is not our tongue or speech or language in any of its dialects. 173. And give up trying to learn Arabic. 174. Change your names from Arabic. 175. Give back that Arabian religion called Al-Islam. 176. Stop being called Muslims, Islamic in any of its sects, groups, denominations. 177. The same for Hebrewism. 178. The same for Christianism. 179. That is Abrahamism, Mosesism, Jesusism, and Mohammedism. 180. All of them are their spookism and ghostism. 181. We have no need for their man-made Za'amat religions. 182. They don't even have the originals of anything. 183. We are Afafreye Ka'u, Africans. 184. Afafreye Ka'a, Africa is our birthplace. 185. We have been blessed to be born on the richest and best part of this planet Earth. 186. We don't need them. 187. We are the first world people as a race and indigenous the world over by whichever name they choose to call us. 188. They need us. 189. We have our own culture. 190. We know who our Salafu ancestors are and Nasabu relatives are. 191. We don't need Arabu Salafu, Arabians ancestors. 192. They can't help us. Our soul powers are so much stronger than theirs. 193. I only seek Africa for Africans. 194. All others can visit. 195. Yet respect who and what we are. 196. When you leave, take your religions with you back to your own homeland. 197. We have no need of them. 198. Thank you, yet no thank you. 199. We don't wish to argue with others about who is right and who is wrong. 200. We know who we are. 201. It is recorded, not on Safa'at books or scrolls, yet by nature itself. 202. Mother Nature, Father Nature has revealed to the world that Afafreye Ka'a, Africa is the home of the original people. 203. Mother Nature, Father Nature has put beneath our feet all the riches and wealth of this planet. 204. We do not need you, you need us. 205. We did not come to your lands to rape, steal, kill, kidnap, or settle. 206. You came to our land to do such evils. 207. However, your time has ended. 208. We will stand up. 209. We will get up. 210. We will rule again. 211. Africa for Africans. 212. We do not need others' religion or cultures. 213. We have our own. Wu-Nuap. 214. Just look at how they took Hebrew words with meanings already and gave them their own new meanings. 215. We will start with a word, and remember, originally these words did not use vowels, marks, or dots. 216. So the Arabic Allah is really, and in Hebrew it is Eloha. On the Hebrew Strongs 421-422, meaning bewail, lament, curse, cursing, execrations, oath, oak tree.